The Legend of Red by Red Master of Pokemon. Chapter 1. Brandon. It was a beautiful and sunny day in the glorious Kanto region, best region in the Pokemon world. Our hero, the great Pokemon Master Red, was getting out of bed. He had 5 bitches lying on the bed with him, and he got laid 221 times the night before. And now it was time for the Pokemon Master to get to work, though. Some dumb scrub kid called Brandon had challenged him to a Pokemon fight the day before. Brandon claimed to be the best in some hick backwater region called Hoenn, but that didn't matter because Red was best in the Kanto region, and the Kanto region was the best in the world. Red grabbed his Pokeball containing his 6 level 100 Charizards and stepped outside. The kid Brandon was waiting for him. He had white hair and a headband and was holding a Pokeball in his hand. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, it's not white hair. He has a hat that has, like, something that looks like white hair. This is super nitpicky, but it's such a pain in the ass that people really get this wrong quite often, including me as a kid, to be fair. Sorry, where was I? "Hello, Red, time to fight," said Brandon as he threw his Pokeball to the ground and out came Blaziken. "Time for me to win, stupid kid," answered Red as he threw out his first Charizard. "Charizard, use Earthquake," he said. And it did, and the ugly chicken died. "Your ugly new Pokemon can never beat the power of the originals," said Red as his Charizard standed there triumphant. And knowing his bad Pokemon had no chance against the original 151, Brandon cheated and throwed all his Pokemon out at once. He had all the starters from Rubat and Stupidfire, as well as all the legendaries. He made them use all their best attacks at the same time. But Red was smarter than that. He had his Charizard use Fly, and it avoided all the attacks and then went up into the sky. After that, Brandon came down and beat them all up, and they got knocked out in one hit. Brandon fell to his knees and started crying like a little baby. "Do you know why I won today, kiddo?" Red said. The white-haired baby shook his head. "It's because I have the original real Pokemon. Put these fakes away, and only use the original 151, and one day you can be a Pokemon master like me too." "Okay, thank you," said Brandon as he stopped crying. From that day on, Brandon stopped being a scrub and using fake Pokemon and only trained real Pokemon. Once he got good, he went back to Hoenn to spread the word Red had told him. 3 years later, all the fake Pokemon had been deported by Brandon, and only the original 151 lived here now. "Build the wall." "You did good, my boy," Red said as he landed on Hoenn from his Charizard. But we must go and spread the word of the true Pokemon to all the other regions." "Yeah, you're right," Brandon agreed with his new favorite Pokemon Charizard standing beside him. "Let's go to Unova next. I heard they had the worst Pokemon of all. They even have some ugly moth instead of a Charizard." Red gasped in horror as he heard this horrible thing, but he knew what he had to do. Let's go to Unova and end this nightmare." And then Red and Brandon got on their Charizards and flew off for Unova. This can't be legit, but this shit has to be ironic. But I'm going to keep reading. This is gold. This is definitely gold. Chapter 2, and Unova and oh wow! It says not. It says N, and then between like brackets it has Nazi. So Nazi. What is this? During the 3 years since Red had beaten Brandon, the world had changed a lot. Hoenn was now a great region like Kanto, but in Unova the opposite had happened. A group of stupid hipsters called Team Plasama had kicked all the original 151 out of Unova. There was 156 Pokemon and they all looked ugly AF. If we are going to save Unova, then we need to beat Team Plasma, explained Brandon. Yes, said Red. Fuck. And then they went to Team Plasma Castle and were attacked by Team Plasma Grunt. Redhead, said the hipster grunt. It's too mainstream clothing item for you hero types. You should wear these lensless glasses and vape the Seagsig instead. No, fuck off, yelled Red as he bitch slapped the grunt to the ground, knocking the trashy garbage out of his hand. Oh, that does it. Now we need to battle, Grunt said as he stood up. Sounds good, Red answered as he reached for a Pokeball. No, not that kind of battle, you idiot, the stupid Grunt sighed as he saw the Pokeball. That's not how we do things here in Unova. People don't become Pokemon trainers because they want to make magical creatures fight each other in strategic battle. People become Pokemon trainers for the story. What the fuck? Red and Brandon both said at the same time. So how do we battle then? The battles are where we talk about our feelings and shit. Whoever can say the most depressing backstory wins. Fucking hell. That is stupid as hell. I'm just going to have my Charizard beat you up and steal your money, dumb shit, Red answered back. No, said Brandon, let me handle this. I will beat him in his own kind of battle. Remember, I used to be a stupid hipster like him too. I thought Pokemon was about the story. I didn't realize the superiorness of the original 151. But you showed me the truth. I can show this guy the truth too. What the fuck, you're wrong? Grunt protested. No, I'm not, said Brent. And I can prove it. Just ask all the people reading this story. I bet they all liked the first chapter better because there was more fighting and sex and shit. This chapter was just boring talk and crap. Send out your Pokemon now so we can actually have a battle. I agree with Brandon here. That last chapter was super engaging because of the quality writing on the fighting. There are no battles here in Unova, though, the Grunt answered. Before you can actually have your first Pokemon battle here, you have to sit through a mandatory 48-hour conversation with every person in the first 3 towns. Nobody could do it, so we all gave up. Anyone who tries to have Pokemon battles without doing it is sent to the concentration camps on the King's orders. Fuck. We all have to play along and pretend this is actually fun, or the King will send us to the camp with the other mainstreamers. This is BS, cried Red. Who is this King? He is called Nazi. He is the King of Team Plasma. You will never stop him, though. He has 6 level 100 Volcaronas, and they all have 8,503 perfect EVs and IVs. Nobody can beat that. So wait, is it 8? Are there like 8,503 EVs and IVs, or is like 8,503 each? Overthinking this. Only stupid nerds care about IVs and EVs, Red said. And Volcaronas suck too. Charizard is better. Back in my day, we didn't even have EVs and IVs. We didn't need them. I am going to beat your King now he is at the top of the castle, right? That's right. That's right, the Grunt said. You don't have to worry about all the other Unova hipsters in there. None of them actually play Pokemon, they just act like real Pokemon trainers, but They're really just fake hipsters. And then Red and Brendan walked into Nazi's castle. Author's note, I am sorry this chapter was boring AF. I had to make it accurate to the actual Nova Games lore. This is actual genuine gold, not gonna lie. I'm really enjoying this. Chapter 3. Brandon versus Nazi. Red walked into Team Plasma's castle with his bro Brandon following behind. As they walked up to Nazi's throne room, they decided to talk about the fake Pokemon not from original 151. What is the worst one then? Red asked. I think it is the fucking ice cream Pokemon. Keys are worse, said Brandon. They are literally just a pair of keys with a face, and they are annoying AF to fight too. Anyone who owns a clef key should kill themselves. So keys are a bad design, but a Pokeball with a face is okay? Interrupted one of the stupid hipsters' losers who was wearing a Volcarona t-shirt. Yes, said Red. Yes, said Brandon. Now we need to beat this nerd up and take all his money. And they did. The hipster went home to complain about the horrible Gen winners on Reddit. After they arrived at Nazi's throne room, the door to the throne room was covered by a poster of Linkin Park. Fucking shit emo band for losers. And when they got inside, they found some whiny emo kid on the throne who was vaping an e-cig. So you're a hipster and emo, said Red. Yes, said Ed. Why do you want to ruin Pokemon, you asshole? Red said. Because I'm a big boy now, and I need to grow up in a more mature world, said Ed. You are a bad man yourself, Red. You killed your brother Blue's Redgate after all. I wrote a 600,000-word fan fiction about it and posted it on DeviantArt. Everyone loved it. ... Red said. What's wrong, you're speechless? Brandon said. ... Red said again. Oh no, this guy is such a loser. You have given up on speaking forever because you never want to socialize with terrible awkward losers as bad as him again? Red nodded. You just fucked up, my friend, you stupid emo, Brandon said, angry. Now I'm going to destroy you with the real Pokemon from the original 151. Bring out your fakes and I'll destroy them. Go 6,654 EV Mopey Nature Volcarona, said N. Brandon sent out his own Pokemon, a respectable Blastoise. It fought against the horrible hipster myth as hard as it could, but it was no match for the strength of Volcarona had gained from sitting EV training for 1 billion hours instead of getting a life. You probably don't even have the right nature on that Blastoise, and mocked. Now finish it off with a quiver dance. The ugly fat moth danced all over the Blastoise's head, and it was so fat the Blastoise died. I win, you little kid. There is no place for babies like you in my mature world. Now get out of my castle and don't come back until you have listened to every Linkin Park album 600 times and read all my fan fictions. Those were the first 3 stories of The Legend of Red by Red Pokemon Master. Sorry, Red Master of Pokemon. And I have to say, okay, whoever was behind this is good at what he's doing. I can say that much. Wait, isn't Quiver Dance like a boosting move instead of an attack? Oh, God, I'm really certain that it actually is. Fuck. If so, that actually might make this a little bit more... This is even better than I thought in that case. Wow. Either way, I hope you all appreciated this reading of The Legend of Red, chapters 1 through 3. Now, I'll probably continue reading this more tomorrow or the day after or whenever, so stay tuned for that if you're remotely interested.